Time for a little e-drama. Things have been going a little bit spicy last night on Twitter. And it culminated with the Quartering saying that he is not going to do the interview with Frosk because all of this cringe has made him wholly uninterested in doing the interview about a topic that was interesting 2 weeks ago. Plenty of other things to talk about. So for those of you who don't know, Frosk is the person that stigmatized and insulted the entire gaming community by calling us sexists and bad people. She insulted my mother, she insulted my wife, both of whom are gamers. And because of that, a lot of people don't like her. So the problem is that the Quartering is running his channel like a business. So he's interested in doing the interview rather than pressuring her and asking her and being confrontational. So this is why people are upset. Like, we already know what Frosk thinks about the gaming community. We don't want an interview. We want the pressure to ask her, to probe her. Like, do you really stigmatize every single gamer? With what right do you have to stereotype and to insult an entire community that at the end of the day is a community you expect to gain money from? You sit there with your pretty face on television and you want to get probably more than $3,000 a month by talking about video games. So how dare you insult the community? That is what people expect. And on this side of the argument, where people like Flash, people like Ethan Van Sciver, many other YouTubers who are interested in the culture where we want to gatekeep. Like Peter Dinklage gatekeeps from having Walt Disney hiring actors for Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. We want to be like Peter Dinklage. We want to be like the actors. You know, we want to be like Frosk, who also gatekeeps no sexists into the video gaming industry. We want to be like her. Except we don't want ideologues in the video gaming industry. If you're not going to talk about video games and you're going to talk about your personal problems, we don't want to hear from you. We're not going to tune in. We're not going to send you harassment. We're not going to do anything. We're just not going to watch anything you have to say. This is the correct mindset. Now, I also spoke with the Quartering. I gave him a message on Discord and I explained to him why doing an interview, in my opinion, is a bad idea. I don't know if you read the message or not, but imagine doing an interview with this lady on YouTube when the terms of service are entirely on her side. She can attack your community, she can attack your subscribers, she can say all the vile and negative things about your own followers, and if you defend them, if you do anything, you can violate YouTube TOS because, oh look, you're justifying sexismus, you're justifying harassment. And that is very problematic. This is also why none of the ideologues wanted to debate in 2016 when the YouTube TOS was a lot more free and you can actually express yourself. None of them wanted to have any type of discussion, any type of debate. But now everyone wants to have a debate. Did you notice that? Like, everyone is debate me, bro. Well, it's easy to debate you, bro, when the TOS is on your side. I imagine a far-left extremist that can say America shouldn't have any borders. They can promote the idea of transgender children. They can do whatever they want. And if you even have like a remote pro-life argument, boom, hate speech. Right? So it's not an even playing field. This is what I mean. Like, you can't have an intellectual discussion like you'd have at a bar over a pint with Father O'Malley. You can't do that. So it's a bad idea. There's nothing to be gained interviewing her. Yes, I already know what she thinks. Like, she was very clear in her opinion about the gaming community. I don't want to listen to that. So I think it's a good call from the Quartering and not having her on. At the end of the day, I just want to say it's his channel. Like, he can have whomever he wants on. But this is part of gatekeeping. You have to call it out when you see it in your own community, right? Like, if you have her on, I will not watch your stuff. Simple as. You know, I can't dictate who you have on, but I will not click. I'll not give super chats. I'm not interested. I genuinely do not care. Unless you want to be confrontational. And even then, you know, it doesn't seem like she is the type of person that is willing to change her mind. Or is at least willing to have an honest conversation. So why even bother? I mean, if it's a person that can be led astray, that has listened to other people and they have a really bad impression on the gaming community, and you want to show them that that is not the case, that the gaming community is very welcoming and we actually like people, okay, that's different. But I don't think this is the case. I think she is a very smart woman. She knows exactly what she did. She is trying to get clicks. She's trying to get publicity and attention. So that is why she's doing what she did. She's trying to spread feminism by pretending to care about video games. That's what she's doing, right? She's trying to push an ideology. She's not interested in talking about video games. She's interested in power. So what benefit would there be for me to watch another video with her? Zero whatsoever. So, as you can see, because of this, the quartering was dragged into all sorts of conversations. For example, this guy is saying that you didn't learn your lesson and you still haven't. If Flash had 2 million subscribers, you'd be sucking him off instead trying to burn a bridge because Ethan Van Sciver criticized you. Ha 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 ha, so you're actually a moron. Got it. I didn't burn shit. He did. There's a lot of drama. A lot of QQ. But it also ended up with the Flash and the quartering apparently burying the hatchet, which is a good thing. This is what I like to see. I don't want to see YouTubers attacking each other, because as I mentioned before, we already have to deal with the TOS. We already have the platform suppressing us, manipulating the search engine, making our channels very difficult to be found. It's usually priority creators that are corporations, and then there's independent content creators like ourselves scraping the bottom of the barrel. There is absolutely no reason for us to be fighting with each other. Zero when it comes to being productive. So, the Yellow Flash says, for anything personal said about the quartering last night, I apologize. We had the disagreement, that's it. But I got a little out of hand on some things, and I will apologize. To which the quartering responds with a joke, and he says, I don't care, this is the internet, I'm going to stay mad forever, and make sure I release a 12-part series about how you betrayed by sponsored Raid Shadow Legends. So it seems that the situation between the Yellow Flash and the quartering has been resolved. There's not going to be an interview. And I think this is good for the quartering himself. Again, like, she could have played him. She could have gone on his channel, get him to say something, then have a clip edited, and then have BuzzFeed write an article. This actually happened to Count Dankula. I believe it was BuzzFeed called him far right, and then YouTube demonetized his channel for a long period of time. So those things happen. These people that are well connected, they're having an agent, right? All these people, they have a lot of power and influence, and they can use it in order to ruin your business. So from a business standpoint, I think what the quartering decided to do is actually a lot better, especially when it was dividing his community, because I saw a lot of comments on his videos with people supporting the Flash and apparently Ethan Van Sciver. I don't know what happened there between Ethan Van Sciver and the quartering, but I assume it has a little bit more to do with this particular drama. There was actually a conversation between some guy and the quartering where the guy is saying, it's like, why are you being like this towards Ethan Van Sciver? He actually raised a charity. He helped raise a charity for you. And the quartering is like, oh, well, just because he raised a charity doesn't mean that I need to have a lifelong commitment to the guy. If you do give for charity, you give it because you want to, blah, blah, blah. So, like that type of e-drama was going on. I don't know what's going on between those two, but I think it's a lot deeper than this particular thing. Still, it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.